It started on a quiet Sunday morning in a peaceful suburban neighborhood, birds chirping, kids riding bikes, and the gentle hum of lawnmowers filling the air. But peace turned to chaos when a black SUV rolled up in front of a neat brick house. Inside, a man named Marcus sat reading his morning paper, unaware of the storm about to hit. 3 men stepped out, wearing fake HOA badges and pretending to be officers. Their tone was sharp, their presence intimidating. "Sir, we received complaints about you violating community rules," one said, his eyes filled with arrogance. Marcus looked up slowly, calm and composed, a faint smile forming. "Community rules?" he asked. The men exchanged glances. They didn't expect confidence, they expected fear. Neighbors peeked from their windows, whispering rumors. Marcus stood tall, his calmness unsettling. When one man demanded he step outside for questioning, Marcus replied softly, "Before we do that, let me see your credentials." His voice carried a weight they didn't understand. Something about him felt different, dangerous even. The fake officers didn't realize they had just walked into the home of someone they should have never crossed. As Marcus stared them down, his trained eyes noticed every flaw, the mismatched fonts on their badges, the shaky confidence in their stance. He had seen this type before, pretenders hungry for power. "We don't have to show you anything," one barked, stepping closer. Marcus tilted his head slightly, his calm voice cutting through the tension. "Then you're trespassing." The lead imposter smirked, pushing his luck. "You think you can talk to the HOA like that?" The neighbors gasped from afar. Marcus exhaled, slowly setting his coffee mug down. "You've got 5 seconds to tell me who sent you." The man scoffed, raising his fake badge again. But before he could speak, Marcus reached into a drawer, not for a weapon, but for something far more powerful. A leather wallet flipped open, revealing a gleaming golden FBI badge. The air went still. The men froze in disbelief. "Now," Marcus said coldly, "let's talk about your real employer." The arrogance on their faces vanished. Panic replaced pride. Suddenly, the hunter had become the hunted. The fake officers stumbled over their words. This must be a misunderstanding. But Marcus didn't buy it. His years in federal service had trained him to recognize deceit in seconds. He knew these weren't amateurs. Their movements were too synchronized, their car too clean. Someone had trained them. Marcus leaned closer, his voice dropping to a low growl. "You made one mistake, you brought a fake badge to a real agent's door." The men exchanged terrified looks. Marcus grabbed his phone, dialing a number coded in muscle memory. "This is Agent Cole," he said firmly. "Initiate trace on black SUV, license plate Delta 9-4 Charlie." Within moments, federal scanners began tracking the vehicle's history. The imposters panicked, one trying to run, but Marcus blocked the door. "You're not going anywhere until we're done talking," he said. A dark SUV turned the corner, real agents, his backup, arriving silently. The fakes realized too late, they had just triggered a federal sting. Within minutes, the neighborhood became a silent battlefield of flashing lights and hushed commands. Real agents swarmed the scene, weapons holstered but presence commanding. The fake officers were handcuffed, their fake uniforms stripped away. Marcus watched, emotionless, his eyes scanning every detail. He wasn't satisfied, something didn't add up. "This wasn't random," he muttered. "They knew my name." His partner, Agent Davis, approached. "You think it's connected to the Phoenix case?" Marcus nodded slowly. "Too clean, too calculated. Someone's testing us." The captured imposters refused to speak, their silence unnerving. Marcus leaned in close to one of them, whispering, "Tell your boss the game's over." But deep inside, Marcus knew it had just begun. That day wasn't about fake HOA police, it was a warning. And whoever sent them wanted him to know they were watching. Later that night, Marcus sat alone in his study, replaying the encounter. Every movement, every word. His instincts screamed danger. He opened a hidden drawer, revealing an encrypted file marked Phoenix. Years of investigation, corruption, and betrayal stared back at him. The fake cops were a message. Someone from that case wanted revenge. As thunder rolled outside, Marcus's phone buzzed. An anonymous text flashed across the screen, "Next time, it won't be fake." His heart pounded, but not from fear. From fury. He typed back, "Then I'll be waiting." Marcus wasn't just a name on a file, he was the man everyone in the bureau whispered about, the one you never crossed. Because when he came for you, you disappeared without a trace. The next morning, the neighborhood acted like nothing had happened, but rumors spread faster than wildfire. People whispered about the calm man who turned out to be a federal agent. Marcus carried himself the same, quiet, precise, unreadable. But behind that calm, a storm brewed. He visited the local precinct, reviewing footage from nearby cameras. A familiar face appeared, someone from his past. The betrayal hit him like a wave. It wasn't random at all. The man behind the fake HOA setup was once his own informant. Marcus clenched his jaw, the memory of saving that man years ago burning in his chest. Now, that same man was sending imposters to his doorstep. Marcus knew what needed to be done, not for revenge, but for justice. The calm before the storm was over, night fell again, and Marcus stood on his porch, watching headlights fade into darkness. His phone buzzed once more. This time, an unknown voice on the other end whispered, "We made a mistake. Please, don't come for us." Marcus's voice was cold, steady, final. "You should have thought about that before you came to my house." With that, he hung up, sliding his badge back into his jacket. The story spread online, neighbors calling him a hero. But Marcus didn't care for fame, he cared for order, justice, truth. The fake HOA cops learned the hard way, not every quiet man is ordinary. Some carry power that doesn't need to be shown, only felt. And Marcus Cole was one of them.